Should we now have a structural change in the market, which we are starting to foresee in certain grades, these volumes will not be available, and at reasonable cost, I'd say. And what that will impact is obviously that we need, if we're going to supply as much wood fiber into the system, it needs to come from virgin trees instead, from trees and virgin fiber. And that is an upside then to the pulp side. But so far, we've stuck to this outlook. Now, I've mentioned one uncertainty, recovered paper. There's another one, which is grand scale, and that's China. China as a locomotive for demand of forest products in the future. It has a major impact on all the forecasts that are done. And the funny thing with China, as you can imagine, is that the traditional use of wood products and pulp and paper products has not been there for long. We're looking at a new society, maybe jumping over a few steps. Maybe they go to iPads directly instead of newspapers. So here's a bit of an uncertain. But what we've seen so far is absolutely phenomenal. We've seen a market, and this is just the import of wood, and this is in round wood equivalent. When we translate everything into round wood equivalents, what is the amount of wood that would satisfy this import? It's gone it's increased by 120 million cubic meters round wood equivalent between 2000 and 2010. That's an increase of about 10% then if we look at the global consumption of wood. It's a phenomenal growth, and that's just an import. Then we have other countries which are now coming on stream and will impact us tremendously, and that's also India, for instance, other countries in Southeast Asia, where we have a tremendous growth. So here are some uncertainties which we need to keep in mind when we look at the future. Now, if we should try to conclude what these increases in various products demands, how that would translate into round wood equivalent, we see that in total we can see a sizable growth in demand for wood.